Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today you're going to see how to plan in TrunCAD an L-shaped wardrobe like this. You will see how to make the division, how to shorten a panel. Step by step we will go through it, and when there are any questions, just let me know in the chat. I will always keep an eye on it. And then let's start. First of all, we click here on a red eye and we activate the smart clicks. You see this L-shaped wardrobe has two cabinets. We can here also draw the room, and we can turn everything off except the activated cabinet. That is our first one, and here that is our second one. I will also show you how to set up the second cabinet that it's perfectly fitting into the first one here. All right, then let's start, and we click here on the File tab and start a new project. So first of all, it's important to make sure the room size is correct. Later on we are also able to change it. Here's the left wall, we don't mind it in this case. You see here I have a different default cabinet, so we can turn off the plinth legs, and here we want to have for the plinths also the back left and right part of it. Then it's already appeared, and yes, then we start with measurements. The depth is all right. The height of the cabinet is 2300 millimeter, and the width of it is 2800 millimeter. So the back is not grooved, it's flat. And here you can also change the distance to the side. You can change it individually. So then we have it like this. And here in this case, on the beginning, I recommend to change here also the material. I activate here the all part of the group. And the verticals and horizontals is the group part, the back is one, and you see here also for the plinths, it's also a group. Then the material is also fine. All right, so then when this is done, in this case we don't have a trim on top or on the sides. We can click on the division tab and set two verticals. We drag it and drop it in here, and here the right side should have a width of 1200 millimeter, and the middle one has a width of 700 millimeter. You see when it's here blue with an F, it means that the measurement is fixed, and here the left one is flexible. So the next one is we want to have on top horizontal on the top, and it always has here this area has a height of 500 millimeter. We set every area with a height of 500. And then the first step is done, and Here on the left side we have one more. In the middle side we have two more horizontals. So, and here on the right side we have one horizontal here, but this area has a height here, the top area has a height of 200 millimeter. Now we click on here and set the height of 200 millimeter, and later on we need this area here for the closed rail, which I show you later on. We need this area, but we don't need this horizontal. Yeah, that's why we can also click here in this area, and we go here in the setting, and here you see the top panel. You can choose, do you want to have the top panel, do you want to have a rail, or when you type in number 0, we don't have a top panel for this area. Here you see it's disappeared, but we still have this area, what we need later on. Okay, yeah, then we can continue. Here in the bottom area, on the right side, we want to have one vertical. Yeah, you see also the vertical is going to the top of this area, and then it's stopped. Yeah. So, and later on we will also shorten this part. Yeah, and here on the left side, the right side, as well as on the left side, we have two more horizontals, and here this has here also a height of 200. Height of area is 200 mil. So, and the height of the right area is 850 mil. So, and now we want to shorten this, and therefore we need to activate the arrows. Yeah, that is a case where we need to have the arrows, and we click on the shift button and we keep press it, and then we type on this part, and then you can shorten it. Yeah, you see here a new dimension is getting open, and we can also click on it and type in minus 510 millimeter. And then we have here an overlap, what we want to have. All right, yeah, I think that is pretty easy when you know how to do this. Yeah, and when there are questions, just let me know, and we can continue for now. So here on the left side, on the right side, we want to have two interior drawers. That's why we click here on interior, and here we choose 2, and here we need to set up the interior drawers. The height should be 100. The depth, we can keep it empty. The distance to the top, we want to have a distance to top is 25. Yeah, and here you can also choose your hardware. Yeah, and then you just drag it and drop it in the area, and get it set up. Yeah, we can now also change here the material for the drawers. That's why we click on the material tab, and we want to have here the same. Yeah, we just drag it and drop it over the front. Yeah, and also for the bottom. Yeah, and then you see it's adapted. So you see here, I have two materials, one with an edge bending all around, yeah, and then one material with an edge bending on the front and back. You see here it's black, that means there's no edge bending, and we can choose here also the one which is going around. All right. So yeah, then we are almost done with this. Here I made, we need to set up this area. This should have here a height of 500, and the top area should have a height of 250 mil. All right, and now we need to have 3 close rails. That's why we click here back to the interior tab, and we click here on a drop-down menu for the close rails, and here it's distance top. That's all right, that is our hardware. Now you can choose, are they top fixed or side fixed, and here we type in how many we want to have, and then you just drag it and drop it in the area where you want to have here the close rail. Yeah, in this case we want to have it here and here on the bottom area. Yeah, and now you see why we want to have this area, why we need this, because the close rail should go over the whole area. So, and it's only working when there is no vertical in the middle. Yeah, that's why we put this on top, because then if we wouldn't do it, yeah, we could set this here on the right side and on the left side, but because of this area we can set the close rail through the whole area. Yeah, and we don't need the horizontal here. That's why we disappeared it. All right, yeah, now we are done with the first cabinet. So we can now deactivate the arrows, and then we set up the next cabinet. Yeah, for the next cabinet, we click on here on cabinet tab, and here we type in the width of it. Yeah, first of all we type here 1200, and later on we can change it again, and the height is 2300, the depth is the same, distance left we can keep it like this, and we drag it and drop it with a mouse arrow here on the left wall. Here it's also important, yeah, I zoom a bit in, that you are exactly with the mouse arrow on the wall. Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you are here on the front or here more on the back. It's important that you are on it, and then you see the cabinet get the position. Yeah, so now you see we need to change here the back to flat again. Now you can set it here to 0, and we don't want to have the plinth legs, and we activate here all parts for the plinth, the back, the left and the right, and we go back to the material tab and change here the materials. So now we need to know the distance of this gap. Yeah, therefore we zoom a bit in, keep the control button pressed, and go here to this edge and click on it. Yeah, then it's a green flag. Yeah, and here we also measure it, and we see we have a distance of 1000 millimeter. So now we click on OK. So we have now two options. Yeah, we can click on here and change the distance to the left from 1250 to 2250, or we can also change here the wall of the room afterwards. Yeah, instead of 4000 mil, you can here also type in 3000 mil, confirming with enter. And because cabinet is fixed here on the left wall and it's getting smaller, you see we are now close to it. Yeah. All right. So now we don't want to have here the right side. That's why we click on here, and here we can delete the right side. So what you see now, we have here a gap. Here you can now click on here, and you could say horizontal passing. Yeah, then we can close the gap easily. I will set it back side passing. In a couple of minutes, I also show you why. Yeah, because now we are starting with a division of the second cabinet, and here we click on the red eye, draw the room, and we only make this cabinet visible. And now we go on the division tab and we set one vertical in here, and the left side should have a width of 800. So, and as well as the first cabinet, we have here on the second cabinet also on every area horizontal on top, and the area has a height of 500. Now the left as well as the right one. So now I will make here the whole cabinet visible. Yeah, you see here we have the gap here on top, in the middle, as well as on the bottom. Yeah, so the back is all right because we have here also a flat back, which has the same thickness as the side here on the left side. Yeah, so what we need to do is now, you see we have here two parts of the back. We click now on the cabinet tab and we want to have one part. That's why we go here on back options where we have a flat, and here when we say depth of division 0, then it's getting 1. Yeah, when we type in 2, now we get here 4 pieces, because it's the we have 4 areas, and with every horizontal or vertical, with every divider, it's also getting disconnected. When we type in number 1, then we have here left and right, and when we type in 0, we have it gone through. So, and here we need to also have a gap of 18 mil. Yeah, that's why we are clicking here in the tab for the whole area. Here you need also to make sure that you have the right one. That is the area for the top left corner, that is the area for the right corner, and you see it purple colored, that is the area for the whole cabinet. We click on here and we go here in the setting, and now we go here distance back to right, and we want to have here 18 mil, and we save it. Yeah, you see now we have here also 18 mil. So, and now we just extend the whole cabinet for 18 mil, then it's fitted on top, in the middle, and the bottom, and on the back as well. Yeah, so this 800 is still fixed, and here this is flexible, this measurement. We type here 1218, confirming with enter. Now you see the 18 is getting added here, and it's perfectly fitting to the first cabinet. So, all right. Then we can continue with the left side. Yeah, the right side is done, and we are focusing on the left side. And here we have also good division. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 horizontals. Type in number 4 and drag them and drop it in here. So, and the bottom one has a height of 270. Type in 270. So this one has a height of 180. So, and now I check it if I'm right. This is all right. Yes, it is all right. Yeah, here in this middle we have one more horizontal, and then we have here 4 verticals. Yeah, and you see when we go on a divider, it's automatically going through the whole area. Yeah, I actually wanted, yeah, that's all right. So, no, I wanted to have 4 areas, so we need to have 3 verticals here. Yes, here we are. Yeah, 3 verticals, and that's right. All right. Yeah, and now we go to the interior tab. Here on the top, we want to have an adjustable shelf. Yeah, and here we want to have interior drawer, and on the bottom we want to have 2 interior drawers. So that's why we check here the interior drawers and change your distance bottom 20 mil, and we set here 2, drag it and drop it 2 in here. That is fine. And here we want to have 1, and we drag it and drop it also in here. So, and now we click on the material tab again, and we change here the material. So when you click here to the interior tab, yeah, you can also change the hardware afterwards. Yeah, you see, it's also changed. So we keep here the Movento. All right. Yeah, that is it so far. Yeah, now we are done. Yeah, now we can click on the red eye and turn off the smart links and the dimensions. Yeah, and we can present our project to our customer. Yeah, if you want, you can here also click on it, and when you click on the red cube, you can also choose here different rendered views. Yeah, and then when your customer bought your project, then you only click on data export. Yeah, and here you can get your cutting list. Yeah, when you click here on TrunOpt, you also get the panel optimization. Yeah, it's a bit bigger project, so it takes a bit to calculate it. Yeah, and here you see here the sheets, how you cut it in the best way. Yeah, and when it's important to you, you can also print the labels. Yeah, you can also configure your own labels also with a barcode. Yeah, here I don't have a barcode activated. Yeah, and when you want to get CNC files like for Holzer from Hobbs, you can click here Export CNC. You see here the parts are getting calculated. And here you see the Hobbs files, which you can import in NC Hobbs or in Campus, yeah, because Biesse also uses Hobbs. Yeah, and we also have the data export for other machines and software. So when there are any questions, just let us know and we will come back to you. All right, thank you for your attention. Yeah, I'm looking forward to our next time, and take care. Bye-bye.